you know, she must take her racing pretty seriously. She's going to hammer the competition. I know about it. If you're going to, you can use out there and push off. She's ready with it. She'll hold you back.
Looks like your pole.
Yeah. How that happened.
Skill, Taylor. Skill.
Well, yeah. Are you going to get me the other? How you doing? How are you? Okay, everybody. Welcome to our SnowBall 250 presented by Convoy Tire Service. We will be starting out today by thanking all of our sponsors, as you saw back here on our plaque over here. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I know we have a lot of excited family members and race fans coming to watch. As always, Fremont Raceway Park goes live for the SnowBall 250. Let's make our way over here so we can thank some of our sponsors. Starting off with Nugent Motorsport, who obviously sponsored our Facebook Live. They offer chassis tuning services, driver coaching, and all sorts of that stuff over at Whiteland Raceway Park. Please, if you go and visit Whiteland Raceway Park, make sure to stop in and say hi. We appreciate their sponsorship greatly. So thank you to them, as well as Victory Fuel. Victory Fuel happens to be a big fan of racing. They have energy drinks loaded with B12 and everything. However, none of the bad contaminants that most of your energy drinks have. Kid friendly. And yes, again, sponsors a lot of stuff around motorsports. So thank you again to Victory Fuel. Next up, the Michael Fox Remembrance Foundation. We appreciate their support. Michael Fox is a racer who raced out here right at Fremont Raceway Park back in the day. Unfortunately, was passed away due to a drunk driver and an incident. However, the family has come together to offer the Michael Fox Remembrance Foundation. The Michael Fox Remembrance Foundation is a scholarship which can be won by a racer between the ages of 16 and 21. All you have to do is write an essay, and they pick one winner out of the people who write an essay, and they actually take them all the way down to South Carolina to the United States BMW Center, in which you get to drive brand new BMWs for multiple days down there. Our next sponsor is Snitch Designs. Snitch Design, a new t-shirt company based out of Southern Ohio. They have all cool different designs online. We'll go ahead and check them out, as they are one of our sponsors today as well. As well as Ghost Racing Engines. So again, out of Whiteland Raceway Park, Ghost Racing Engines are a very competitive engine as well as affordable. Some of the best guys in the market over there at Ghost Racing Engines. If you're in the area, please stop by and talk to them about getting a new engine. And last but not least, and the sponsor of our 206 Sportsman class is Southpaw Media. Southpaw Media does great work, and they do it. This is one of their first road course karting events that they've covered. However, they do things such as the Rumble, dirt track racing, and all sorts of other stuff. So please go ahead and give their pages a like and follow. After the Facebook Live is over, we will be posting and tagging all of those companies in the bottom. So please make sure that you go and like their posts and everything in their page, and tell them that we sent you. Again, this is not possible without all the sponsors, and it's pretty cool event and tradition we like to do here at Fremont Raceway Park. With no further ado, if we can pan over to our 206 Sportsman class presented by Southpaw Media. On the pole, we have Hunter Glaza in the number 46 cart. In second place, we have William Richard in the 587 cart. And in third place, we have Remy Boss. Starting in third place. And then at the back there is Aaron Platts, who is competing in our 206 junior class, presented by Michael Fox Racing. So yeah, there is our sportsman and junior class, and it looks like they are ready to take the green flag. So we'll get those engines started and get going. If we could just get a quick verification that everybody can hear us clearly in the comments, if somebody could just confirm that they can hear us clearly. Okay, looks like they are lining up to take the green flag this time around. Again, starting on the pole is Hunter Glaza. Starting in second place is William Richard. Starting in third place is Remy Boss. And back there at the end of the field is our 206 junior, Aaron Platts. Here we go as Hunter brings them to the green flag in the starting zone. And looks like they are going green on the first attempt. Looked like Hunter Glaza out to the front in the early start. Oh, and it looks like we have a mistake. And it looks like it's going to be a full restart. Unfortunately, we did not make it to the green cone, so we will try again. Again, this is your 206 Sportsman division presented by Southpaw Media, as well as our 206 Junior division sponsored by Michael Fox Remembrance Foundation. Again, if we could just get a quick thumbs up in the comments to ensure that everyone can hear us clearly, that would be great. Okay, and here coming down the straightaway now is Hunter Glaza leading the field again. We're going to try for a second time. Again, Hunter Glaza on the pole, William Richard in second, Remy Boss in third, and Aaron Platts in fourth back there. And they are going green. Again, looks like Hunter Glaza out to the early start. William Richards closing right in there. This will be a 15-lap feature. Again, a 15-lap feature for our junior and sportsman division. Looks like Aaron Platts made the move on Remy Boss to move through the field here. And then again, during the heat races, it was actually Hunter Glaza that won the first one and William Richard that won the second one, as obvious. As obvious, you can see that these guys are both pretty quick out here. They both have made a couple trips up here during the season last year and raced with us during our club events and have found success there. And again, they are racing their tails off, 1 and 2, bumper to bumper. Looks like William Richard there is taking a peek into the inside there. Again, this is a 15-lap feature, so they got a little time to work. William Richard does not have to rush the issue here. Again, and looks like Hunter Glaza is picking up some dirt there in the apex of the hairpin. In first place is still Hunter Glaza. He is competing on Hoosiers. And he would like to thank Omar's Bar. Hunter Glaza, sponsored by Omar's Bar. And then William Richard still peeking out there. Sponsored by William Richard Racing. And then Remy Boss back there in third place. He's sponsored by Boss Pro Karting. And then Aaron Platts there in first place for the 206 Junior Division is sponsored by the Lawson Tree Service. And it looks like there's a move there for the lead by William Richard. Timed it up perfectly. Now let's see if Hunter Glaza can return the favor. And Brandon Bell gives him the halfway signal this time. Oh, and it looks like Hunter Glaza unfortunately made a mistake there in turn 1. Again, there is Remy Boss in the third position. Brand new to the 206 Sportsman Division. Making his debut here at Fremont Raceway Park, just like his father did many, many years ago. Again, William Richard out to a nice, healthy lead here. And it looks like William Richard making his move on Remy Boss. Going down there. Oh, and he peeks back in. He knows he has time. Being nice and smart with it. And he sneaks by going into the chicanes. Again, it is Hunter Glaza in second place, sponsored by Omar's Bar. And then William Richard out there in the first place, and he's with William Richard Racing. Something interesting about our 206 Sportsman Division is that they are all on different tires. And then there's Aaron Platts, again in our 206 Junior Divisions. She is sponsored by Lawson Tree Service. And it it looks like Brandon Bell is giving them the 2 to go. Something cool about today is that each one of our winners will actually get a free t-shirt from Snitch Design. Again, Snitch Design out of Southern Ohio. As William Richard takes the white flag. William Richard making his last trip over to the start-finish line. As he takes the checkered flag, the winner of your sportsman class presented by Southpaw Media is William Richard. Second place is Hunter Glaza. Here comes Aaron Platts, the winner of your 206 Junior Division presented by Michael Fox Racing. And then in third place for the Sportsman Division is Remy Boss. Congratulations to all of our competitors here in our 206 Junior and Sportsman Division. Hold this for just a second. And now for our headline division, the SnowBall 250. The winner of this race will be taking home $250. Starting in first place is the number 1 of Dylan Johns out of Toledo, Ohio. He is on an Eagle chassis with a Lawson-powered motor. And, of course, he's on those Hoosier R60 Ace, tried and true, proven by him as our defending champion of the 250 SnowBall. Starting in second place, we have Logan Stevens. He's out of Rushville, Indiana, competing on an Eagle chassis as well as a Lawson. And he is sponsored by Baker Insurance and Ketchum Tackle. Again, he's starting in the second place. And in third place, we have Drake Tift out of Greenfield, Indiana. Again, starting on an Eagle powered by Lawson. But however, he's competing on some Vega tires. And again, he will be starting in third place. Take a moment to notice that all 3 of the front runners are on Eagle chassis along with a Lawson powered motor. The highest finisher, or the highest starter on somebody who is not on an Eagle chassis, would be James Stropko, the number 366, starting in fourth place. He's on a OTK cart, however, still powered by Lawson, on Hoosier tires, and as his sponsors, he would like to thank Dad and Grandpa. And starting in fifth place, we have Ryan Crouch out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He is starting as well as an OTK Tony cart. However, his is powered by a Bogginator. He's competing on the MG Yellows, and his sponsor is Tri-State Vans. And in sixth place, we have a Fremont regular, the number 28 of Jason Chase, competing out of Bellevue, Ohio. He's on the Eagle chassis and on Hoosier tires. His sponsor is Wilhelm Auto Parts. Starting in the seventh position is Colin Evans out of Liberty Township, Ohio. He is on a Cosmic OTK cart, again powered by Lawson, and competing on the Hoosiers. Starting in eighth place is James Johns, competing out of Midvale, Ohio. He is on a Coyote chassis, powered by Lawson Performance again. Hoosier tires, and his sponsor is Racing for Recovery. Starting in the ninth position, a tough 2 heat races for him. Number 57 is Chase Adams. again competing out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He's on a top cart along with a Bogginator, and he's competing on MG Yellows. Starting in 10th place, many know him as the Rain Man, the number 18, Tom Harleman, competing out of Carmel, Indiana. Again, he's one of those other guys that are on that Eagle chassis along with the Lawson Powered. His sponsors are Comet Kart Sales, as long as Fast Times Indoor Karting. And rounding out our field, starting in 11th place, is the number 77 of Christopher Jones, competing out of Sandusky, Ohio. He is on a top cart and competing on MG tires. And he is sponsored by Bird Cell Racing. I know all these guys are excited to compete for this $250, so let's go ahead and have them have at it. Now we have a couple of special awards here. As our pole sitter is Dylan Johns, and it is presented by Snitch Design, and he will be winning a pole sitting award, as well as the Nugent Hard Charger Award. And then the Big Boy Bonus, as they're calling it, by Scott Smith, presented by Scott Smith Racing. That is for your highest finisher, that is over 390 pounds. Again, if we would just like to take a second to thank our class sponsor for the 206 Senior is Snitch Design. The Facebook Live sponsor is the race sponsor is JR Convoy Tire and Service, and our Facebook Live sponsor is Nugent Motorsport. All the boys getting ready here. Now we had 2 heat races here. Fremont Raceway Park, along with the old style racetrack. We like to keep it old school here. We do 2 heat races, P-pick, in which each of those heat races award you points on where you start for your feature. Again, the winner of this race will take home $250, and your defending SnowBall 250 winner, sponsored by 488 Performance, Dylan Johns, is on the pole. And it looks like they are all ready here to take the green flag. Again, here we go. Well, and it looks like Christopher Jones having issues on the first lap. However, Dylan Johns out to that first one. Logan Stevens out to second. Drake Tift out to third. Jamie Stropko out to fourth. And it looks like Logan Stevens is putting the heat on Dylan Johns awfully early. And Drake Tift is there in third place coming up. James Stropko in fourth. Looks like Tom Harleman had some issues in the start. Again, this is a 25-lap feature, so they will be battling it out for 25 laps. Dylan Johns is still out to your lead. He's got a 2 kart lengths about. Looks like Logan Stevens is right on the back bumper of Dylan Johns. He might have an opportunity here coming up in a couple laps, as they're catching lap traffic up there in Tom Harleman. Looks like Chase Adams is out there in the back. Unfortunately, had something happen back there. In first place is Dylan Johns. In second place is Logan Stevens. In third place, it looks like it is Drake Tift. In fourth place is Jamie Stropko. In fifth place, it looks like it's Ryan Crouch. And in sixth place, it looks like it is Jason Chase. And in seventh place, it looks like it is Colin Evans. Looks like we are halfway through the race. And it looks like James Stropko is making some progress there for third place. James Stropko right on the bumper of Drake Tift. Again, he still has about 12 more laps to make a move as he gives them a little nudge going into turn 2. Notice Logan Stevens dipping down the straightaway to keep that arrow down. He's trying everything he has to go up there and catch Dylan. He's been coming here to this race for about 4 years now and has been oh so close to winning it. However, just hasn't gotten the job done yet. Looks like Logan Stevens is just slowly closing that gap for first place. It looks like Dylan Johns makes a mistake in turn 1, and it looks like Logan Stevens is right there at his back bumper now. Now, he is currently in the draft here, so it is going to give him a little bit of an advantage. He has this little arrow bubble that will keep him in there. Logan Stevens now right up to the bumper of Dylan Johns. And it looks like James Stropko made his way around Drake Tift for third. Make sure you stay tuned for the post-race interviews in which we will interview the top 5. Logan Stevens right on the bumper of Dylan Johns. Trying to pull everything he has out of that go-kart. Dylan Johns seems to be making the kart really wide, though. Drake Tift out there in 4th place, trying to close the gap back up on James Stropko. And that is the closest that Logan Stevens has been to Dylan Johns all race, as they have lap traffic coming up. And we have Dylan Johns in 1st place, Logan Stevens in 2nd place, James Stropko in 3rd place, Drake Tift in 4th place. In 5th place, we have Ryan Crouch, and in 6th place, we have Jason Chase. And we have 2 to go, and it looks like Logan Stevens has lost his gap on... Oh, never mind. As soon as we say it, we take it back. Logan Stevens is right on the bumper of Dylan Johns, not letting him breathe at all, as they will be coming to the white flag this time around. Again, the white flag this time around. Logan Stevens sits there, gives him a little nudge going into turn 1, and here's the hairpin. Let's see if he can get the job done. He stays back there. And through the chicanes, it's still Dylan Johns out front, but Logan Stevens not letting him get very far. Let's see if Logan Stevens makes a move. He does not. Dylan Johns wins the SnowBall 250 for the 2nd year in a row. James Stropko in 3rd, Drake Tift in 4th, and in 5th it looks like it was Ryan Crouch. In 6th it was Jason Chase. 7th, Tom Harleman, and 8th is the 51 of Colin Evans. Can I please get the top 5 so I know who's there? Stay tuned as we will. Stay tuned as we will be interviewing our top 5.
Good run, man.
Come again. Sorry. 65, right? Yeah. Can you give me that finishing lineup again for the top 5?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys won. Good job, man. Good race. Fun to watch. Go grab my evening opportunity. Yeah. Good race, guys.
Top 5! Top 5! Over here for an interview. Okay, everybody. Here we are with our SnowBall 250 champion for the 2nd year in a row. It is Dylan Johns coming home with the trophy again. We'll give him a second to get his equipment off for a second, and then we'll have a chat with him. Dylan Johns, no stranger to Fremont Raceway Park as you are a regular here. Logan Stevens making the trip all the way from Rushville, Indiana. However, it was not given to you. Laps don't really tell how hard of a story it was, but how hard was he pushing on you there?
I really didn't feel him that many times. I caught a lapper early, and I felt him there, so I was like, okay, he's with me. And but I never really felt him push me until like the last 2 laps. So I knew he was there though. He had all the speed in the heat races earlier today, so I knew he was going to be right there with me.
So during your heat races, you had a first place finish in the first one and a second place finish in the second one. How do you feel like your experience here at Fremont Raceway Park helps with that?
Well, I mean, the track's narrow, it's tight, and there's really only 2 places that, you use the brakes. So, braking points are the spots where most passes are made in karting, and when you only have 2 spots in the track that you're even using them at all, that makes it hard. So a lot of it has to do with really honestly just sticking your nose in as deep as you can and making a pass stick.
Yes. Our SnowBall 250 champion here, Dylan Johns. If we can talk to second place, is Logan Stevens here, chatting it up with some of our other drivers. Logan Stevens making the trip all the way from Rushville, Indiana. We've been coming to this race for about 4 years now.
Yep.
Are we happy with this one, or do we just need to get one more position?
One more position would be nice. I made a rookie mistake there. I thought I had one more lap to go, so I was kind of setting him up a little bit. But I ain't been in the kart in about 5 months, so I'm trying to get back in the rhythm of things. So I'll give him that one.
And a big boy as myself, it's a little hard competing. How do you feel? What do you feel like you could have done if you were at weight?
I feel like I could have pulled away like he did there at the beginning. But like I said, weight comes into play a big factor in things. So if I was a few pounds lighter, I'd have been right there on him the whole time. But hey, I just had to work a little harder at it, and hey, we finished second, so I can't complain about it.
Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Baker Reamer Insurance, Bradford Auto Care, Catch 'em Tackle, Lawson Speed Shop. My dad on the wrenches, he makes it fast. Like I always say, I just get to drive it. It's have fun. So you guys put on this great event, Can't thank you guys enough, and it's always fun to come back each and every year.
Fair enough. Thank you for coming and competing with us. Good job, bud. And in third place, we have James Stropko. James Stropko, believe this is your first attempt at the SnowBall 250 as a senior, correct? Are you happy with this result, or?
I am, because in the second practice we got tangled up with another driver, and we had a bent axle, so we were trying to deal with that during the race. So just for my first senior race and that, I'm happy with my result.
Okay. You got any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I want to thank my dad and my grandma for coming out today, and I just want to thank our Father in heaven and that for keeping us safe on the track.
There you go. Third place, James Stropko. In fourth place, we have Drake Tift. Out of Greenfield, Indiana. Drake Tift, am I correct in thinking that this is your first trip to Fremont Raceway Park?
Yes, this is my first time. I'm with my cousin Johnny and Logan. They've been here before. It sounded like a fun event, so I figured I'd tag along.
That's good to hear. Fourth place, not too bad in your first attempt at the SnowBall 250. Any sponsors you would like to thank?
Hoosier Bargains in Greenfield, Indiana, and then John, Logan. They're basically my mechanics. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to wrenching, so they make sure my cart's fast and I just drive the thing.
Looked like you and James Stropko had a good battle there throughout almost the whole entire race. Can you play me through those events and how you felt?
I messed up the hairpin once or twice, and I knew he was coming on me. He was bumping me a little bit, and I was like, okay, I better step it up. And then he just made a really good, clean move in the hairpin and then just kind of ran away from there. So all props to him for clean racing. So,
as an outsider, what is your thoughts on Fremont Raceway Park?
I need to be in better shape. My neck is going to hurt tomorrow, those little S's back there. But no, it's a very fun track. It's technical, even though it's small. Like the slightest mistake, someone can take advantage of it, and then you have to set someone up like almost perfect to make a move. So
passing here is not easy, huh?
No, it is not. Like I'm confident under brakes, and even I couldn't dive bomb sometimes. So yeah, it's not easy.
Well, congratulations and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
In fifth place, we have Ryan Crouch. Ryan Crouch. take me through your heat or through your feature and how that went for you.
At the start, we had a good start. I got up to 5th by passing a guy in turn 4, and then through the race, my tires started to fall off, and that guy behind me started catching me, and I wanted to hold the position, so I just played defense the last 5 laps of the race.
Smart way to do it. Looks like you were on those MGs. How you feel about your tire choice after this?
I think they're good. I race Hoosiers and G&J Carway, and I like the MGs better. They're more grippier because I race KAA, and coming out here was an experience to try out the 206.
Okay. Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank Tri-State Vans for helping us and my dad for being the mechanic.
Fair enough. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Good job. And that will be the end of our coverage of the SnowBall 250. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, for our sponsors, Snitch Design, New Gen Motorsport, Scott Smith Racing, JR Convoy Tire and Service, and then we would like to thank Michael Fox Remembrance Foundation, Ghost Racing Engines, Snitch Designs, and that's all. Thank you guys for tuning in.